right, welcome everybody to the AI Branding Masterclass. Today we're going to talk about how to use some of the top tools in the AI space to bring your brand to life, either starting from zero or revamping a current brand that you have. And not just any brand, we want to build a brand that's going to stand out, crush it on TikTok, Amazon, anywhere that you launch it on the e-commerce space. I am going to share all the tips and tricks that I picked up along the way, being the first AI built e-com brand to reach a $1 million plus evaluation, and use these tools to go from zero, like literally ground zero, to 100K plus per month. Down below, I have my first product that I built using the AI branding strategy that we're going to talk about today. And let's dive into the basics of AI. We'll go through what it is, the type of tools that we're going to focus on, how you can use it to build up your brand and also use it to leverage in other areas of your business. I'll show you the top skills and tools that you'll need to get started. We'll narrow it down to the top tools in the space and go from there. And then as you're starting from ground zero, how do you actually use these tools? And then combining, section 3 and 4 together, going from just talking about it to actually doing a walkthrough. We'll create a full brand from scratch, including mockups, creative brief, logo, using 3 different AI tools, and we'll do it in less than 25 minutes. So this will save you weeks and months on your process of going from scratch to launching or doing some sort of rebrand. And then at the end, we'll just review what we've covered and turn it over to you to give it a shot on your own.
All right, so introduction to AI. We've had a surgence of popularity surrounding AI, and it's referring to the capability of machines and programs to imitate intelligent human behavior. So it's essentially making computers think and learn like humans do, and now we're starting to see that they can produce results that are passable or better than what a human can produce in a much fast time period. And what helped me tremendously and during my journey is obviously using AI gives you a whole team instantly. So if you're a one-person operator, even if you're a small team or larger team, you can leverage these tools. They give you instantly a creative director, a copywriter, graphic designer, and much more. The tools that we'll be focusing within the AI space, because it is so broad, I just want to make sure that we're narrowed in on the right tools. Generative AI are these tools that you can interact with, that you enter in text prompts to receive the output of images, data, stories, essays, all those types of uses that you may be familiar with already. And the most popular and well-known example of generative AI is ChatGPT, which is why I highlight this here, so you understand what I'm talking about when I refer to generative AI. There's dozens of different generative AI tools: ChatGPT, Midjourney, Kyber. The list could go on and on and on. This example list is probably becoming almost endless at this point, with so many people entering into this space. Luckily, as we're getting started here, we have narrowed it down to some of just the top tools to focus on, so that you know where to start, and you have tools that are some of the best out there. As we're getting started looking at how to build a brand, because I think using the example building a brand is the most applicable to having success on TikTok Shop, Amazon, anywhere else in e-commerce. The tools that you'll want to have ready as we go through this are ChatGPT, which is just, you can create an account on your browser to do that. Midjourney, you'll want to download Discord to be able to use that. And then there's a website called Namelix. It's the most basic out of these 3, but I am going to use it during the tutorial, even though ChatGPT can partially cover what Namelix does. So the big 2 here are ChatGPT and Midjourney. And as we're looking at that starter pack I mentioned, you might be wondering, is there a free version of these things? Yes, there are free versions. For what we're doing though, I am recommending you upgrade to the paid version of ChatGPT and Midjourney. ChatGPT by upgrading, you'll be able to upload photos for it to analyze. It can create outputs of tables and has a better language processor than the free version. And then Midjourney, with the free version, you will not get enough images to use it long term. There's a limit on how many images you can produce with the free version. So depending on your use, it's 10 to 30 bucks a month. But getting the paid version of these, it will save you hours and hours of time, and it's well worth the cost to upgrade both these. So once you get those tools ready, here's kind of the cheat sheet of what they do. As I called out with ChatGPT 4, which is currently the paid version, anything 4 or higher is what you want to be using. You can get text output images. It can code for you. For us, we'll just be using it for text and images. However, Midjourney's quality and image generation is so much further ahead than ChatGPT must have. So you can get images from ChatGPT, but I highly recommend Midjourney to be part of your tool set. And then at the bottom here, I put there are dozens of other tools that have some sort of AI functionality. I would just ignore those until you master using ChatGPT 4 and Midjourney. And then Namelix is so basic, it's not really anything to master, but we'll show you how to use it. So master these first, and then you can move on to other tools. Part 2 here, once you have the tools ready, you know what you're going to be using these for. You need to learn how to prompt. The tools that we're covering will require you to enter in some sort of text or prompt to get the information or image that you want it to create. The secret here is that great prompts equal AI magic. And I want to show you an example of this, because I hear people saying, oh, I used it, but it's not giving me I didn't like what it made. You can fix that by learning how to interact with these tools and change the way that you're prompting it to get the output it's making for you. So let me show you the cheetah example. This is something I just made up. So the cheetah example prompt here, we've got 2 prompts, very similar in length. I'm using the Midjourney tool for this to create an image. The top one is create a colorful, playful children's cartoon of a cheetah, simple line art drawing style. Second prompt is create a photorealistic cheetah, celestial cheetah inspired by Greek gods. Prompt length isn't as important here, which is what I want to highlight specifically for Midjourney. And let's take a look at what we got as the image output. So first one, it's on the left. Second one on the right. This is the exact same tool producing these. As you can tell, the second one is definitely a more impressive and dynamic image that's been generated. But if you think about this in the context of your brand, if you're creating a children's brand or one that has a more playful style to it, then learning how to create prompts more on the left is probably what you're more interested in than getting this one on the right that, even though it's impressive, it doesn't really have anything to do with the brand that you're trying to create. So the word choice matters. I kind of broke out what's similar and what's different about the main 2 tools that we'll be using. ChatGPT works best with the specific detailed prompts, and it can easily recall information that's provided in the same session by you. And then on the other hand, Midjourney is highly dependent, as we just saw with the cheetah example, on the visual cues that you give it. And it's more difficult to revise things that it creates. It's getting better at letting you do that. But ChatGPT, if you had it create a table for you to give to a graphic designer with multiple cells, you could tell it to go edit one specific cell and it could do it. With Midjourney, as it currently stands, it's more difficult to pinpoint and change specific things about the image within the tool, which we'll take a look at here in a bit. And then between them both, just want to emphasize that one word can change the whole output. Midjourney, much more so than ChatGPT. And it's best to save prompts as templates that work for you. Open a Google Doc, any sort of text editor thing, and start to save prompts that are working well for you. Especially as you're building a brand, you're getting styles, either writing styles or image styles generated that are in line with what you want the brand to be. You definitely want to save those as templates so you can use them moving forward. All right, now that we've covered the tools and the main skill here that you're going to need to develop to make the most of them, let's talk about starting from ground zero and building a brand from the ground up. I mentioned that as you're using these tools, you'll start to see things that are in line with what you want the brand to be. But let's say that you don't even have a brand to begin with. You don't have, or you're trying to revamp your current brand. Well, these tools can help you expedite the whole process and get ideas that you would have never come up with on your own. So, how to start? When using ChatGPT and Midjourney, you want to start broad if you don't know exactly what you want or where you're looking for. And then as you are playing with the tool, entering different prompts in, getting ideas out of it, you'll refine that. Save the things that stand out to you as best ideas, and then you'll be able to bring it to life within the style and ideas that you've narrowed it down from after going through that process. And breaking these out a bit more with the step-by-step, as you start broad, do that brainstorming session, gather the best ideas. You can variate them too, which we'll show you how to do, and then narrow it down once you gather a list of those, or you're saving the images or output that stand out to you the most, and generate more inspiration based off those, document it all, and then we'll move into creating a logo based on those ideas, creating mock-ups, and then also generating a creative brief so that you can start working with outside people to help you bring the brand to life. As I mentioned, the AI piece of this, it can get you really far. It can get you maybe 90% of the way there. But if you're making a physical product, there's usually a point where you need an actual designer or somebody to take what you've created and put the final touches on it. It'll still save you thousands of dollars and dozens of hours in the process if you master this. I started with absolute shoestring budget and used these tools to bring my brand to life and just handed things off right when the packaging details were needed to put together. So what would be the first output of going through this session of the AI brand creation and using the prompts that we mentioned? So the first output of this is you can get a brand name and logo. You can get a creative brief that has your strategy, talks about how and sets the parameters of what the brand is going to be, and then also product mock-ups to show what you want the product to look like. And these three things are a great start for somebody starting at zero, and AI can help you do all of these things. So I want to walk you through how to take the concepts that we've covered so far and actually create a brand from scratch. The challenge here that we're going to use in this example is designing a new energy drink brand using AI in less than 10 minutes. So I've put placeholders here of what the output we're going to get from this exercise, and let's jump into actually putting this to practice and using ChatGPT and Midjourney to do it.